Reading I-Ching. Innocence. Composition of hexagram. Whereas the thunder was roaring beneath the ground in the previous hexagram, the lightning is now striking under the sky. The overall composition looks somewhat similar to hexagram number 3, difficulty at the beginning, except that the sky is not filled with rainy cloud now. Let's compare the properties of sky and lightning. Heaven can be considered a static entity that stays high above, but lightning is a moving entity with a powerful force. However, such a force does not make any difference to the clear sky. No matter what the thunder and lightning does to the sky, no trace is permanently left. This property implies that you can become more confident and do whatever you want, without worrying about the consequences too much. Viewed from a different perspective, the sky and lightning resemble each other, in that neither of them can be touched or held by hand. Being intangible does not necessarily mean that they do not exist or that they are invisible. This hexagram does not point to realistic and materialistic results. It symbolizes a harmony between the movement and stability in a mental and spiritual sense, which is intangible but no less important. Overall meaning. The first thing that stands out in the hexagram of innocence is the lines of yang covering the upper sky. The fact that such a sky is located above the hexagram seems to represent a future full of dreams and possibilities. On the contrary, the lower trigram has only one line of yang at the bottom, and the rest is filled with yin. This hexagram can be constructed by replacing the upper trigram of return from the ground to the sky. Recall that the hexagram of return, which contained 5 consecutive lines of yin, was illustrating many steps of preparations and restorations, before you spread the dreams growing in your heart. On the other hand, the hexagram of innocence, which contains many lines of yang, seems to represent the momentum and the possibility of actually realizing such a dream. However, as was mentioned in the last line of return, mere preparation and mere possibility do not guarantee success. You need to wait for the right time to carry out your plan. This hexagram tells you that you have high possibilities for a bright future, but the material basis needed to build your dream on has not yet been prepared. As was mentioned in the composition of hexagram, no matter how hard the lightning strikes and thunder roars, no trace remains in the clear sky. The absence of a physical basis may be considered a disadvantage, but it can also act as an advantage. One may say that there is nothing you can exert influence on in the present state, no matter how hard you may try. From another perspective, one may also say that it is a great opportunity to try whatever you have imagined, as your choice will not have deep impact on your surroundings. You can simply become carefree. I would like to advise you that it is better for you to focus more on your inner self than on your future plan. It is not the right time to obtain tangible result, even if you try to satisfy your own greed. Do not be overwhelmed by greed and temptation, and prepare your mind and soul in small steps, until you finally reach a right moment to realize your dream.